a couple poems and a short story excerpt for y'all tonight. Starting with funeral shoes, brought up no results. Buying shoes for a funeral is an unexpected task with no advice to be found, no easy path, no shopping guides. There are no reviews, no listicles, top 10 shoes to say goodbye in. I must stand and talk in hushed tones in these. I must cry, I must walk through puddles, for no funeral is complete without rain. I must soak in the deluge of sorry in these shoes. They must be black, a color she hardly ever wore, with a low heel but not too low as to be matronly. She would want me to look pretty, her beautiful baby girl, but not too radiant, a cloudy to slightly sunny sky. And in my head, in the funeral home, I'll hear her voice as the door to her house opened. I'm so glad you came to see me. And then compliments me on my new shoes, and we ignore that they don't fit. The next one is the nervous energy fidgets. Fingers won't stop moving, picking, pressing. Craving my 15 puzzle, my bones hum, impatient. Skin burns with my tension, I don't know who I am. I'm craving my 15 puzzle, I want you to tell me I'm real again. Skin burns with my tension, I don't know who I am. Untethered, shaking, fingers make a phalange fan. I want you to tell me I'm real again. My skin sparks with nervous energy, untethered, shaking fingers make a phalange fan. Poking shoulders, I want attention, I'm unsure who I am. My skin sparks with the nervous energy, my bones hum, impatient, and poking shoulders, I want attention, I'm unsure who I am. Fingers won't stop moving, picking, pressing. The next one is moon-addled. Moonshine is the prettiest name for peach-flavored paint remover. Do you think distilled moonlight, flavored with stars and summer night breezes, would also kick your teeth in? Every time I drink it, clench my throat and face and gasp, a prayer to my grandfather who is still alive. He saw real moonshine, raw, without rules, wild, fuming in its cobbled distillers. He watched it pickle the brains at random of those who drank it, moon-addled and drooling in the gutters. We were never meant to drink the wild sap of the moon. It burns away everything it touches. I think a prayer for forgiveness when I shoot its domesticated bastard down my throat and wonder if moonbeams would obliterate my tongue. Poem written after a miscommunication with a crush. I don't want to be a person. I want to be a rock. Worn and cherished smooth by the sea, encircled in soft sandy silence, held, caressed in wordless depths. This next one is a poem directed towards my ex. Red light. I want to stop, but I can't. Stop writing for you, about you. Stop myself from looking for you in every crowded room, from wanting to save myself from you, to save yourself from you. I got this flinch, these eyes that follow the most fucked up person in the room. I watch like I'm responsible, and as timid prey, scared rabbit, you did always call me bunny. You told me you would make me better. You love to make me do things. Why can't I stop looking for you? Why can't I decide if I want to see you or to make sure you aren't here? Why can't I stop that? A command you didn't listen to. Stop calling me stupid. Stop choking me. Stop fucking me. Stop making me cry. Stop that, you're being shitty. you'd tell me when I broke the mask and hurt. So when someone asked what was wrong, I'd hide behind dulled eyes, burrowed deep into the lies we'd told. You did always call me Bunny when you wanted something, and turned my real name into an admonishment, a threat. I had to beg you to say it nicely. I know you did, but I can't stop the refrain of my name as a curse remixed into the pulse beating into my head. Why can't I have just left the second time, or the fourth, or the 8th, the 11th? Why can't I have left you before you left me? I thought I might be able to save someone. You used to make me stop. Why can't I stop looking for you now? And then I have just one last thing. It's an excerpt from a short story I'm working on. Sorry, that last one always makes me shaky.
It's all right.
The short story is called The Rabbit, the Satyr, and the Medusa. And I thought it would be appropriate for Mardi Gras Rehab. Claire glanced across the vodka and rain-splattered street. Her gaze fell on a giant rabbit head in the crook of a girl's arm. The shadows cast by streetlight accentuated the ragged, empty eye sockets. Claire blinked, trying to clear the alcohol and noise from her brain. But when she looked again, the decapitated head was still there, being carried down a side street. The bar was the kind meant for sloppy drunks. The patio floor was filled with slurring, sweaty bodies, and the floor soaked with overpriced spilled drinks. Claire turned back to the man who was still talking at her. She wasn't sure if he was a man or a boy. The distinction was blurring with her vision. She had long forgotten what the man-boy was explaining. "It's fine," a voice in her head said. "It's doubtful he remembers your name." His voice mixed with the garble of the crowd around them on the sidewalk. "Is that girl carrying a rabbit head?" The boy man frowned at this interruption and tapped his ear. She repeated her question, pointing. The Moy band followed her finger, yet missed the rabbit girl as she turned around the corner. "I don't see anyone." He realized the opportunity for a segue and leaned into Claire. "I don't see anyone but you, that is." His sweaty forehead bumped into her temple. "Must have been my imagination." The Moy band froze, shocked at being interrupted yet again. Claire pushed herself away from him and entered into the thrall of the crowd. "Gonna get another drink." "He'll find a new audience soon anyway," a voice in her head muttered. Claire snaked through the mass of bodies and finally exited into the asphalt street. The wind hit her bare legs. She shivered, suddenly aware of the short black dress she was wearing. The smell of oncoming rain was no longer overpowered by the stench of the bar. Claire walked a little ways away and swayed unevenly against a streetlight, trying to collect herself. Her high-heeled foot slipped into a puddle. The dark oil rainbows swirled around her shoe as the shock of cold wetness hit her toes. She ignored it, putting most of her energy into standing upright. A strange dizziness had come over her. The rabbit was still on her mind. It seemed wrong and nagged at her brain the same way a crooked picture frame would. She started walking, following where she had last seen the girl carrying the rabbit.